Hey guys, hope you're having a wonderful day today, and welcome to our 5th episode in our Beginner's Guide to Rocket League. Today we will be covering basic flicks on the ball. This is something I definitely still have to work on a little bit, but I have enough knowledge to show you guys how to do some basic flicks. So let's jump into the episode and I'll show you how to do it. So here we're going to jump into training and just hop into free play to begin with. Now, before you start doing flicks, you want to make sure your dribbling is quite good. So just make sure you don't need to be able to dribble it for ages on top of your car, but you should at least be able to do this and dribble it all the way to the net. If you can't do this, it's going to be very hard to do the flicks. So just make sure you have this down, where you can constantly dribble the ball like this into the net from here. So once we've managed to get that good, we're just going to line our car in front of the ball here. And in order to do a flick, first we're just going to cover the basic front flip flick. So pretty simple stuff. You're just going to do a front flip like this. I'd recommend when you're doing this flick just to do a little tap on X, a really quick tap tap. If you jump too high, the ball's going to come off of your car when you do the flick. So I'll show you an example first here. We're just going to dribble into the ball and flick the ball like this. Even if it goes off the backboard, that's fine. In a game of 2v2, flicking it off the backboard can be really useful, but obviously if you get it in the net, that's also good too. So one more example here, we're just going to drive forwards. Missed the flick there. Let's try that one again. Just going to drive into the ball. And there we go, flick like that. So the trick to doing flicks is positioning your car right on the ball. So again, we're going to use this circle here, and unlike dribbling before, where when you're dribbling, you really want the ball to almost be on the top of your car like that. When you flick the ball, you want to draw up the ball so it's kind of on the very front of your car. So if you use this semicircle here, your car is going to be on the back half of this semicircle. And once you have the ball there, that's when you just want to double tap your X button whilst holding forwards to do the front flip. So try to show you here. Ball's kind of slightly on the back of my car, and that allows me to do a flick like that. Now, I'll just show you if your car is right in the middle of the ball and you try to do one of these flicks like this. It kind of worked there, but you can kind of see the ball didn't really go forwards very fast. So you will get away with it sometimes, but like that'll happen most of the time there, where the ball just kind of flies right off the top of your car. Equally, if you're too far back on the ball, if you're like this is going to happen where you don't get any flick on the ball because the ball's too far behind. So you need to find that really nice middle ground, just in that back semicircle with the ball just on the bonnet of your car. Now this is something that's just going to take a while to kind of feel out. Like I said, I'm still not the best at it. I'm still trying to work on my flicks. But you can kind of visualize it a little bit. So once you've done the first jump, the ball's kind of going to be on the back of your car now, and that's what's going to kind of flip it forwards. So you see that? The ball just kind of, after the first jump, kind of goes back to the tail end of my car. Oh, you sometimes get those out by accident. Those are nutty, but don't mean to do them on purpose, and flick forwards like that. Now, one thing you can do once you get good at doing the front flip dribble is try and dribble it all the way around. If you're quite good at your dribbles, you can dribble it all the way around to the blue net, and then shoot it in there. So get the ball on top of our car, and then just try to take control. And this is just going to teach you how to really position your car, because if you do it off kickoff all the time, when the ball's in the middle, you're not going to have a very good idea for what it's going to be like in a real game. So there we go, then we drop it and flick it in. And doing this just teaches you to get really good control on the ball, as well as executing your flick at the end there. We're just going to dribble it around, take our time, get the ball in the middle, and then once we want to go for the flick, we want to drop the ball back a bit like this, and then we can flick the ball like that. So that's the simple front flip flick, and you'd be surprised at how useful that is. The quicker you can do it, the better. So like the quicker you can get the ball settled on top of your car, and then flick is more useful than if you take too long, because often people will challenge you. But next we will talk about another flick that I would say would be the next one to learn. Or in fact, let's speak about this other flick we can do. There's sometimes a good flick to do is popping the ball up really high, so you can do a back flip. And to do that, you need to be in front of the ball. So it's pretty much the same as the front flick, but this time we're going to be in front of the ball when we flick. So I'll try to show you an example here. Gonna drive the ball, get to in front of the ball, and then backflip like that, and that launches the ball high up into the air. This can be really good for setting up a center for your teammate. And the opportunities that this comes up in isn't as frequent as front flip, because obviously in order for you to be able to backflip you need to be in front of the ball, and it's a lot harder to do that when you've got people trying to defend your shot, but can be really good to get used to this one too. And you just need to make sure your car is right on that other side of the semicircle for this one, right here. Oh, okay, missed it a little bit there. Let's try one more time here. Okay, I think I'm just not in front of the ball enough here, so let's try to get a little bit further in front. Sometimes if the ball just pops too high off your first flip, that happens. There we go. And there's a sweet spot you can get where you can flick the ball super high. There we go, and that could be a really good center for your teammates to just come in and hit the ball. So that's another really good flick that we can work on. But we'll go into one more slightly more complex flick, and this is, I believe it's called the 45-degree flick. I don't know if I go the full 45 degrees, but it's basically when you turn your car to the side, air roll a little bit, and then flip to the side, and you can get a lot of power off the ball this way. Not an easy kind of move to do. It kind of involves almost a little bit of a tornado spin. If you don't know what a tornado spin is, it's when you hold left on the analog stick and R1, so the opposite direction from your air roll, and then when you jump, your car does this kind of weird thing. You can do it the other way too. So you kind of do half of like this, and then you flick the ball. So I'll show you what this one looks like, and I'll try to do my best to explain what I'm doing. Kind of like that. Let's try one more here. There we go. So right there, you can see that this time my car is a lot more behind the ball. So in order to do these 45-degree flicks, you need to have the ball quite far in front of your car. And all it really is turning a little bit to the side, air rolling, and then doing a side flick. Not an easy series of inputs, but just takes practice. So you can see the buttons I'm pressing here. I'm going to jump, turn to the side. I don't even think I'm not even hitting R1. I just turn my car to the side, and that kind of like air rolls my car. So don't even bother pressing R1. You can just turn a little bit to the side and then flick. And this gets you a lot of power if done right. As you can see, it gets a lot more height on the ball too. So just jump, turn to the side, and then flick. Sometimes you don't necessarily just have to flick directly sideways. You can do a bit of a diagonal flip as well. Works as well. Just play around with it and see what works for you. But like the main thing is positioning the ball in your car. So it's really important to make sure you're inside the semicircle, but only just. So just on this back bit here, and then you'll be able to flip the ball. Super easy like that. Now, don't be annoyed if this is if you can't do this right away. It's not an easy skill. Definitely takes a lot of practice. It's something that I've been working on a lot. Every time I warm up before ones, I'll just jump into some training and try and work on my flicks a little bit. But yeah, this comes with practice. So now I'm going to show you some training packs you can do that will also help. Okay, so if you're wanting an extra training pack you can do to help improve your dribbles, we come along to training here and go to custom. And then we can go into browse, and we're going to scroll that down, and we're going to find this dribble training here. This is by Verge, and there's a download code there if you're interested. I'm not sure if this is cross-platform or not, but if it's not, there will be equivalent training packs under dribble. Just look for dribble in the title. So if we go on this one here, it's going to give us some shots that we can try to do, and this is going to be good for working on our flicks and our dribbles. So we're just going to let the ball bounce down here and try and gain control. Then we're just going to drive forwards. Don't worry if you're not using boost, but right when you want to go for your flick, you want to try to start dropping the ball. Like that. So it's important when you're dribbling that when you go for your flick, you need to drop the ball onto the front of your car, okay? So you're controlling it here, it's on the top of your car, and then when you want to go for your flick, you just drop it down a bit, and that's going to make flicking the ball a lot easier. If I don't do that, if I just keep the ball on top of my car here, there's no way I can flick this, right? If I jump, the ball's just... yeah, you're not going to get a flick. You need to be behind the ball. You can eventually try to get a bit faster with it. And just do these shots over and over again, and yeah, work on getting a good flick at the end here. So getting a bit more speed here, using a lot of boost. Not the nicest flick on the end there, but it's fine. It's going to give you some more difficult angles too. So you'll have to come in from the side here. Kind of did a little bit of a delayed flick there. But you can even just do like your front flip flicks as well. See if we can gain back control of this. Let's dribble to the side. Now front flip. There we go. So you don't always have to do these 45-degree flicks. They're just get you a bit more speed on the ball. You can always just do the front flip. The front flip works just as well. Just to get it over that final defender. If you imagine someone sitting in net there. Okay, this one's going to be a bit harder. You got to try and catch the ball. Going to teach you how to catch the ball really well. Oh, he scorched it high. But right there, when you're catching the ball, just pay attention to the circle again. Not the best flick again there, but still works there for us. Oh, okay, I wasn't sure where the ball was. This one's going to be quite tricky. Going to require you to get a really good catch on the ball. Maybe have ball come on, and then when you get your first touch, turn ball come off. Almost instantly, that'll make it a lot easier. And then flip the ball in like so. So just pay attention here. My car is now dropping down, and then I can flick the ball like that. That's going to be it for this episode of Beginner's Guide to Rocket League. Drop a like on the video if you found it helpful, and put a comment down below if there was anything I didn't explain in enough detail, or if there's anything you'd like to see in the future. If you're not already subscribed, it'd be much appreciated if you could hit that subscribe button to see more content from me, and I will also leave a link in the description for my Twitch and my Discord if you're interested in joining us over there. Apart from that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and take it easy. Peace.